Hello, everyone. Before I get started, I want to say thank you to everyone that contributed to my playlist. I have been jamming to it all day, and it's the best playlist ever. So, thank you. And for those of you who didn't contribute, I still have about 10 more songs I think I can fit on that particular playlist that I have. So, if you have suggestions, looking for that music that speaks to your soul. My soul has been jamming all day. Okay, I want to talk about quitting smoking. I had a client that came in a few years ago, and I was still working at the wound care center at the time. And all of my little nurse antennas and vibes were going up because this guy walked in and he was just like beet red in the face, and he was, every little effort was making it difficult for him to breathe. And I was like really nervous for his health. I was so glad that he was there to see me to quit smoking. And we went through the process. I set up an appointment to see him a week later. I contemplated, should I be emailing like his, family member and just tell them that I'm really worried about his health. But of course, with HIPAA and confidentiality, I really couldn't do that. So thankfully, he came back a week later, and I just breathed a sigh of relief. And I shared with him, right? Like, I didn't share with him, I think, until like a few weeks later when I had seen him. But he hadn't been smoking for that week. And oh gosh, he looked so much better, so much better. Overall, the week had gone really well. He didn't smoke for the whole week, right? And then we were just doing some tweaks in the, second session. I really wanted to make sure that he was confident and we were addressing any, struggles that came up. And so I wanted to just kind of, I was like so happy. A few weeks later, before he was no longer seeing me, I told him like about all of my, nurse vibes just going off. And I was so concerned that he was just going to drop dead of a heart attack or something because, you know the look, right? When all of a sudden you see somebody and, oh, you're really worried for their health. And that's really what he was triggering in me. So I wanted to share, right? Like quit smoking, tips and how to be able to quit smoking on your own because, you want to just do it by yourself or you don't want to, seek assistance or, hypnosis or anything like that. So the first thing, right, that really is important is connecting to that reason why you want to quit. I cannot tell you how many people come into my office or I talk to them on the phone and I ask them why they want to quit and they say their health. And yet, the health is rarely the reason that the person actually wants to quit. If the health is truly a trigger, I'm never having a consultation call with them because they've already quit smoking, right? If they've got something that they're worried about with their health and they're truly worried about it, it hits an emotional trigger in the unconscious mind and they just quit cold turkey and that's the end of it, right? They're no longer smoking. They're no longer a smoker. They, change their identity in that moment to that of a non-smoker. So if you're asking yourself why you want to quit smoking and what's coming up is your health, then ask yourself why you want to live. What's so important to you to live about? Because is it more important than that cigarette that you keep lighting up and smoking? Understanding your why and then why now? Why is it important right now that you quit smoking? Really powerful at the unconscious level. And it's not always something that is easily identifiable or discernible. So really think about it, right? Like, why do I want to live? If health is that question, if it isn't your health, right? Keep asking yourself why. And then ask yourself why again. And then ask, well, why is that important? You will know that you have got into that why when all of a sudden you feel it right here, right? It's emotional and you feel it right in your heart and you're like, yep, that's the reason. And then what I want you to do is hold your two hands out. And when you hold your two hands out, I want you to put a pack of cigarettes in one hand and I want you to put that reason in the other hand. And I want you to look at the two of them and say, okay, every time I want a cigarette, I have to make a choice. Is it the cigarette or is it this reason? And if that why is powerful enough, that why will win out every single time. Every single time. Write it down on a card or a piece of paper or, and carry it around with you. Maybe it's a picture, right? Maybe it's, sometimes it's people's children or, grandchildren. And carry around their picture. And every time you want a cigarette, look at that pack of cigarettes and look at that picture, right? Who wins? Because you're either choosing the cigarettes or you're choosing that reason that you want to quit. Knowing your why. Super, super powerful. And this is Rebecca with Mind Over Matter Hypnosis, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day.